There's no question that writing for a living is a dream come true. My dream, to be specific. But it's not all sunshine. Today, I want to talk about the 5 worst things about being a writer. My name is Seth. I'm a full-time author who writes fantasy books, makes YouTube videos about writing. So if that's something that you think you'll enjoy, go ahead and like this video, subscribe so you don't miss the next video. I'm feeling cranky. And so I want to give you 5 things that are annoying me right now about being a full-time author. First, writing is really hard. Being creative takes a lot of work and mental energy. And it's really, really hard to keep it up over a long period of time. Creative work is a totally different mindset from pretty much anything else that you do in life. But the problem is that I still have to do all of those things. And so switching in and out of this creative mindset gets really exhausting. Some days, especially when I'm busy, and let me tell you, recently it feels like I am nothing but busy. I have a million thoughts that are constantly trying to drag me away from my story. So every time I sit down to try to write, I just end up wandering off into some other practical thing. And even when I can concentrate, finding the right words, the right phrases to set the cadence of my story, the right ways to build my worlds so that I can set the proper scaffolding for my characters. All of that is just hard. It takes a lot of concentration and effort and a lot of doing things over again. A lot of trying it one way and then erasing it and then trying it another. Honestly, I end my days as a full-time author way more exhausted mentally than any job that I've ever done before. And I used to be an application developer who wrote code for 9 to 12 hours a day. Writing can be exhausting, especially since I'm then going to send it out into the world for other people to critique. The second worst thing about being an author is that I don't know what happens next in my story. Bear with me. I know that sounds just kind of silly, but I don't know what's going to happen next. But what I do know is that I've got all of these readers who are sitting on the edge of their seat waiting for it to be awesome. And so I have to be sure that I'm delivering that awesome. Guess who doesn't get to slack off? This guy. If I don't deliver a great story, I'm going to have 1,000 angry people. 500 angry people? I don't know. However many people read my books. That many angry people all saying, why isn't this better? Why didn't this character do this? How come they did that stupid thing? What about this? But I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't sit down with a fully formed book in my head. That's not how this process works. I'm just trying to figure it out. So sometimes I just have no idea where the story is supposed to go. And I feel like my characters are sitting there looking at me like, hey, you're the author. Shouldn't you know where this is going to go? But no, I don't know. Or I'll write myself into a corner. I'll get to a certain part of the book and it's supposed to be epic. And I'm like, I have no idea how this guy's going to get out of this. He doesn't have the skills for it. She doesn't have the knowledge that she needs in order to be able to escape from the situation. They're not nearly powerful enough to beat the bad guy. Or, and this is the worst, I'll try to write a smart character and they'll come out as dumb as a bag of rocks. Because, surprise, surprise, your characters can't be any smarter than you are. And the absolute worst, the absolute takes the cake worst, is when you get to the end of a story and you realize that you've got a plot hole large enough to drive a Greyhound bus through. And you have to go all the way back and you have to rework the whole thing. And it feels like all of that effort that you put in is wasted. I've gotten to the end of books and published them and realized that I forgot to resolve like half of the plot points throughout the whole story. Number 3, competition is tough. Oh my goodness. Every day, new books are coming out. On Amazon alone, it's estimated 7,500 books come out every day. 7,500. Now, admittedly, yeah, not all of them are in my genre, but enough of them are that it's terrifying. Imagine that. Imagine hundreds of books coming out, competing with yours every day, for a whole year. And then next year, and the year after that. And guess what? There are more authors than ever. More and more people are writing. And I keep reading these books and I'm like, oh my goodness, these are so good. How am I going to be able to compete with this? My writing's not that good. My characters aren't that cool. I didn't think of that really awesome idea. I don't have those epic moments. How am I going to compete with this? All right, number 4. The skills that you need to be a successful author are wide and varied. It's not just being able to write. And the problem is that all of those other skills have nothing to do with writing. They're all skills that, like, if you were a really good project manager, it would be great. And if you were a really good accountant, it would be really great. And if you were really good at marketing, it would be really great. And if you were good at talking to people, it would be really great. And there are all of these other things that you have to do as an author in order to be successful. And guess what? Writing often feels like the smallest part. I started to be an author. I wanted to write books for a living. But if 90% of my time has to go into all of these other things, that's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to not just be able to write a book. But the curse of the indie is that somebody has to do all of this stuff. Somebody used to do it in traditional publishing, or maybe still does in traditional publishing, but for an indie, it's on me. I have to do all of it. And all of this time that I'm spending doing all of this other stuff, in the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, man, I just want to write books. I'm not making progress on my stories. I'm not writing my books. And so I'm constantly at war. Should I be doing this other stuff or should I be writing? But then anytime I devote myself wholeheartedly to writing, this other stuff falls under the radar or it slips through the cracks and I end up not getting it done. You know, managing the edits, writing the blurbs, getting the cover design, organizing the uploads, formatting everything. Like it is just an exhausting number of tasks that have absolutely nothing to do with what I set out to do, which is telling an amazing story. And then at the end of the day, when I'm done with all of those tasks, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't have the mental energy to write. Finally, the 5th worst thing about being an author is that it's really awkward to talk to people about it. It's really awkward. I don't know if it's because being an author has like this stigma still, or I don't know what it is, but it's just so awkward to talk about this. Anytime somebody's like, hey, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, well, I'm an author. They're like, oh yeah? Have you written anything I would have read? No. Probably not. No. I don't think so. Or they'll follow up with the question, oh yeah, so what kind of books do you write? And then you'll be like, oh, hey, I write fantasy books. And they're like, cool, I don't read that. Okay. Good for my self-esteem. Or they'll ask, so are you published? Well, yeah, you know, that's why I call myself an author, because I have published some books. And, you know, the reality is that most people mean well. They mean well. But because people's tastes are so varied, the chances of running into somebody who's like, yeah, I totally love the books you write is like not, it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. And really, like, nobody wants to stand there as I talk about my stories or I talk about my books. And it just gets really awkward, especially since, like, you never know when you're in a conversation like that. And listen, I have been on the other side of this conversation where somebody comes up to me and is like, hey, I'm an author, I write books. And I'm like, oh, your books might be bad. They might be good, but they might also be bad. And if they're bad, that's going to be a really awkward conversation too. So I get it. There's just a lot of awkwardness around this. And the same is honestly true for any creative pursuit, right? There's just going to be a lot of awkwardness around these conversations. You know, as I have been going through this list, airing my frustrations with writing, I'm realizing something. I'm realizing that I am incredibly blessed to be able to tell stories. If these are the 5 worst things that I could come up with, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing more than all right. It is astounding to me that people like to read what I've written. And it took me a long time to get there. It wasn't overnight. I started writing in like 2015, and like legitimately the first positive comment I got about my writing was in like 2018. So a lot of time and effort went into that. But the fact that I've progressed as far as I have, the fact that I've been able to improve my writing, and I've had the opportunity to share my stories with people, and I've had the opportunity to explore these amazing fantasy worlds with my characters, it's honestly overwhelming. I feel really blessed. And so thank you for listening to me rant about the things that I find frustrating. But at the end of the day, it's really an amazing thing being able to write and share stories, to communicate with other people, and to get paid to do it, to be able to provide a living for my family through storytelling. It's really, honestly, amazing. If it's something that you think you'd like to do, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you like to write. I'd love to cheer you on as you pursue this journey too. Man, thanks for listening to me rant. I feel like often I don't get a chance to just sort of be like, hey, these are the frustrations that I'm feeling. So I appreciate your time, and yeah, like and subscribe and stuff like that. See ya.